Hello, my name is Spencer.
And I'm Laura.
And we're here to be talking about the top sellers of games, card games, miniatures, and RPGs of the month of March for 2024 at GameNerds.com.
Woo!
And we're going to kick this list off with board games. And for board games, we're going to do 25. That's a lot. The reason why we do 25 is to cover things like expansions and all that. So we're going to start things off with number 25. That is Scout.
Yes, that is definitely, I've noticed, particularly in the warehouse, Scout's always easy to like slip in real quick to an order. And so it's been happening a lot lately.
Yeah, and it's so popular because it's a great portable little card game. Those Oink games always do so well. And it's a fun game.
It is. Yeah, it's super neat. It's different as far as like the color scheme of the cards and the box and everything, but it's a very quick and easy to learn game. I really liked that.
I like the names of all the circus acts on the cards. Even though it's technically just cards with numbers, they're still represent circus acts with fun names. So there's that. All right, what do we got for number 24?
Oh, we are looking at number 24 for Medici. This game, it looks gorgeous. It looks really fun. So.
I'm pretty sure this is a reprint, a new edition of...
That sounds about right.
Should I say... Can I say what I want to say?
Say whatever you like.
Medici.
You just don't correct.
Okay, all right. I won't correct anybody, especially you, because you know much more than I do, especially about foreign words. So...
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So number 24 is Medici. Number 23, I like this. I'm glad that this is still on the list. I think it's on the list last month. Number 23 is Fortune and Glory, the cliffhanger game. And this is the revised edition. Again, this came out several years ago. This is a new version that fixes some rules things, some clarifications.
Much more compact version.
Yes, so it's a little bit more square than the long
I think it's probably a quarter of the size of the original game, which excites. I mean, I'm excited. I really want to try this game out because I really liked the other version. So like a more streamlined version, maybe smaller footprint, much more portability. That's all good news to me.
I love Flying Frog games, Last Land on Earth, and so Last Land on Earth of Touch of Evil, you know. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And if you want to check out Fortune and Glory, the cliffhanger game, you can head to nerds.me/fortune to get your copy.
Great. Coming in at number 22 is Summoner Wars, the second edition. This is the Storm Goblins faction expansion. I mean, Summoner Wars, it always cleans up, I feel like. I mean, they at least, they take their time and they're very precise over at Plaid Hat with what they're going to release in each of these. But then as soon as it comes out, it's off the shelf, man.
Yeah, Summoner Wars has got a pretty big following, and anything that comes out that like this expansion deck to further enhance someone's gameplay of it is going to do well. And of course, this is a pre-order, and you can pre-order it as well if you're a Summoner Wars fan at nerds.me/stormgoblin. So there you go.
I love me a Storm Goblin.
A Storm Goblin, that's right. All right, number 21. Hey, would you look at that?
That sounds familiar.
Back-to-back Summoner Wars 2nd Edition Shimmer Sea Fae faction expansion deck. We've got 2 Summoner Wars products, both expansion decks to add to the game. And so, you know, we already covered that, what the game is, but if you want to check out this one, get in on that expansion or that expansion pre-order, you can go to nerds.me/shimmersea. That's a nice little rhyme.
Shimmersea.
Nerds.me/shimmersea.
Okay, then just a little bit ahead of that, at number 20 is War of the Ring, the card game, the Fire and Swords expansion. Now, War of the Ring is this a reskinning of a different game?
Well, you got War of the Ring, the board game, which has been around for a while. The card game, I believe, just came out last year. So, you know, just the card version. Everything's got a card game version these days.
Right.
But
it got a big following very quickly, though, I feel like. So that's great. That's super awesome. War of the Ring is a super popular board game. So to see the card game coming up and getting just right up there at the same level, pretty much expected and definitely delivering. So that's awesome.
And where can they get that?
Oh, well, they can pick that up if they go to nerds.me/firesword. That'd be an awesome weapon.
Yeah, fire sword or
fire sword. It makes me think of like Super Smash Bros.
Yeah,
there is that fire sword that you can get.
Or what if your name was? What's your name? Fire sword. not as cool.
Right. So moving on.
Moving on to number 19 is Gnar.
Heard of it?
Ever heard of it. It's been on the list for a while, for a few months now, from Pandasaurus. Have you ever seen a video of how to play for it? I have. I'm in it. So you can go to our YouTube channel to watch that and learn how to play. But this was on pre-order for a while. It's finally out. So game about Vikings, going either exploring or getting a Viking crew, getting resources, really cool chaining mechanisms going on there. But check it out at Game Nerdz. You can go to nerds.me/Gnar.
You know, I have to say that when I'm packing that game, I always have fun because, you know, there's the joke online about how Gnar is how you say no in Australian with an Australian accent. So I giggle to myself and I'm over there going, oh, Gnar.
It's like, hey, you want to play
As
this?
I pack it.
What is it?
Gnar.
You
wanna
don't
play
want to
it?
play it anymore.
Gnar.
No.
Okay, we're getting a little silly over here, I guess.
I guess so.
So let's move on to number 18 then, and that one is Windmill Valley. This is an early bird pre-order as well, so that's always super exciting, and we know that we're probably looking at quite a hot commodity here if it's already coming up as an early bird pre-order this high on the list.
I feel like this kind of came out of nowhere. I just kind of saw, it's a pretty field with flowers and a windmill. But yeah, people are excited about it, and I believe it's from Board and Dice, which same publisher as Nucleum, any of the Teotihuacan, Tekenu. They do a lot of great games, so I think a lot of this might be based on just what their great track record is.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yep. So Windmill Valley, you can get that at nerds.me/windmill. All right. Well, I just mentioned Nucleum, didn't I? I didn't even mean to do this. Number 7.
And we just talked about Australia, too.
Wow.
So now for number 17.
Number 17 is
Nucleum Australia expansion.
There you go. So it just kind of all comes full circle there. We should probably stop now. I don't think you can get better.
I don't know if I can handle it. I mean, it's just so exciting, all of this coming together like this.
It's what happens when you're live.
Oh, you love it.
So anyway, number 17 was Nucleum Australia expansion for Nucleum. And just takes it to Australia.
There we go.
There you go.
Maybe you have to look out for the dingoes.
Or the Bluey.
Or
Healer
Bluey.
family. Are you going to play Nucleum Australia? Gnar. Oh, you're going to play
Gnar?
Gnar. You can get that at nerds.me/Australia.
Oh, don't know what's happening anymore. All right, number 16. Hey, perfect. This is coming up for me. It's Dune War for Arrakis.
You know about that game.
I know a little bit about that game.
Why?
Because I got to do an unboxing of it. What a super cool game.
Yeah.
Super great artwork. The pieces are amazing. Of course, I mean, it's from...
Yeah.
Come on. So...
Come on, what?
I mean, come on.
Come on, it's going to be good.
I mean, come on. Those minis, they're great. Yeah. So make sure you check out nerds.me/Arrakis. That's ARRAKIS.
And you pointed out in your video that you can turn it upside down and it still works. Then it's not still upside down. You can turn the box upside down.
Is there an upside down?
It's not upside down because it's still
There's no upside
right
down.
side up.
It's kind of a
Pretty cool.
interesting quandary you have there. You're never turning it upside down whenever you flip it over.
There you go.
There you go.
You're always right.
I am.
Number 15 we have here is Lost Ruins of Arnak, the Missing Expedition expansion. Continues to do very well. I think I say this every time that I really want to play this. And so until I play it, I'm going to say that.
I know.
As long as people don't get tired of it.
Every time I pack that in the warehouse, I'm always like, I've got to remember to get this for Spencer soon. Because we love Lost Ruins. I mean, that has gotten so much play with any group that we've been with. And then we have added the expansion, not Missing Expedition. That's the Leaders, Expedition Leaders expansion. So, this sounds cool. Doesn't it add like a campaign element?
Yeah.
No,
and it's like a 2-player.
cool.
You can do like a 1 to 2 player co-op campaign. So yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. Or this is also known as Lost Ruins of Narnak. I can't take credit for that. Got to give credit to the chat for that one.
So where can they find that?
They can get that at nerds.me/missing.
Missing. All right, there we go. It's always fun to see what we pick to be in our hyperlink.
Yeah.
That's kind of a game in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So then after that, hey, look what's back. We've got some Unmatched.
It wouldn't be a Game Nerdz bestseller list without an Unmatched title on there.
Nope.
That's for sure.
And this at number 14 is the newest title that is out right now is Sun's Origin.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, we're taking this great game that is so popular, but we're adding these new elements to it. So with Sun's Origin, I'm guessing we're going a little more like, we're going samurai, maybe we're doing some like kung fu in there and stuff, which is a new element that we haven't really explored before in these games, which is really cool.
Yeah, they do a good job of branching out and hitting lots of different, styles. We're going Shakespeare.
Oh, yeah,
soon.
we're gonna go
That's
Shakespeare.
cool. That's going to be on this list.
What?
So,
there's something there for anybody
Right.
and anybody's interests and likes. That's really cool.
So head to nerds.me/sun to get your copy of that.
Okay,
All
we've
right.
heard of this game before here too.
We have.
Number 13, it's Sea Salt and Paper Extra Salt expansion.
Extra salt.
I mean, what an easy thing to add to your order too.
Salt?
Just that nice little pack of salt.
Yeah, like at Whataburger, just add some salt.
Like your Whataburger. It's not an experience with Spencer if he doesn't mention Whataburger. It's just a nice little pack that fits easy into your order. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
So definitely a great, easy thing to pick up.
nerds.me/extra.
Extra.
We don't want to add too many words in the link for you, so just extra. Hope we don't ever sell the gum. Extra. Oh no, that's the TV
That's
show.
a TV show.
There you go. Yeah.
Cool. Let's move on.
All right. So number 12 is another expansion, and this is Dune Imperium Uprising.
Ooh.
Yes, this is for the Dune Imperium game, and I've never played it, so I don't have a lot to say about this one other than it's been some kind of Dune game listing, whether it's this, Arrakis, whatever, seems to be consistently on the list month to month. So
Yes.
Dune is going to be popular for a while.
Yeah.
I predict. If Timothy Chalamet has anything to say about it.
So you can pick up your copy at nerds.me/uprising.
This is the one I couldn't remember, and I have to say this is actually, it's an expansion, but it's also a standalone. And the going sentiment is that it is better to just play it standalone and not as an expansion. So technically,
know.
technically an expansion, but can be standalone
That's cool.
as well. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever played a game like that.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. Ooh, this is one I'm excited about. I'm dying to get my hands on this one.
Yes.
At number 11, this is Sky Team.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to play this so bad. I want to do a live stream of this one.
This could be a good one because I feel like this could be real exciting, real tense,
Yes.
real suspenseful for whoever's playing.
I feel like it would be like there was a game we played before once. It was meant to be a solo game, but we played it together. It was that dice rolling game with like power. What was it?
Oh, I don't know.
Remember?
No.
We streamed
Oh, Under Falling Skies?
Under Falling Skies. That
Yeah.
one was super cool and like tense and exciting. And I feel like Sky Team is going to deliver that too with this
Yeah.
co-op element. You're both trying to handle all of these different elements of the plane to get it to land right. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, and hey,
Awesome.
this was on our list last week of games for 2 players.
Hey.
10 great games for 2 players. And so, I mean, I would not be surprised if this was on the list for April, since we were like, hey, you should buy this because it's great for 2 players.
And
So-
my birthday's coming up, so maybe that will help contribute it to the list if it gets purchased. For
Hey,
me.
everybody. Laura's birthday's in 4 days, by the way.
Yeah.
4 days.
I know.
So,
Shocked emoji.
Yeah.
Right. So the way you can get your copy, the way I'm going to be getting my copy is nerds.me/sky.
there you go. All right, now we're into the final 10 best-selling board games and expansions.
Some people might call it the top 10.
The top 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people, not me. I'm not
Oh.
some people.
Okay.
No, I'd call it the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is The Veil of Eternity.
Oh.
Yeah, we've seen this one on here for quite a
I
while.
know some fans of that game.
Yeah, lots of talk about this one, about dragons and stuff. You can
Dragons and stuff.
dragons and stuff.
Isn't that like all games?
Wormspan at least. But you can learn more about this, The Veil of Eternity, and even buy your copy at nerds.me/veil.
All right. So I know you're wanting to know what's next. At number 9, it's Through the Desert.
Now
This is an early bird pre-order too.
It is, which if you don't know, this is a great time. We have pre-orders and we have early bird pre-orders. What's the difference? Do you want me to answer?
Well, yeah, because I don't know the answer.
Well, the difference is early bird pre-orders are extra special deals that we can offer you just because it's so far. You're an early bird, right? It's like it's little.
Is this what you getting the worm?
You getting the worm?
Oh, okay.
The worm, in the case of Game Nerdz, is even more of a discount off your price, and that's a delicious worm.
That's one tasty worm.
That's right. So by ordering this further in advance, you get an even bigger discount on it. So you can do that. But just Through the Desert is an old game. It's an old Reiner Knizia game.
That title sounded familiar.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while, so this is a reprint.
It is, and it's from All Play, so it's going to be a great. They're going to do a great job with it.
They will.
Mm-hmm. So great, just classic. Everybody that
Reiner Knizia, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've played it before, and I wouldn't mind having a copy of this.
Is that a hint?
I mean, if I wanted to, I could get it at nerds.me/desert.
Hey,
because that's where you do.
That's how you do it.
That's right.
All right, number 8. We've alluded to it before. Here's Sea Salt and Paper. Hanging in there.
There it is.
In the top 10. I mean, it hasn't fallen out of the top 10 yet.
And I wonder if you added it with the amount of copies of the expansion, how much more it would go up the list, if we combine them.
If we combine those,
they're two different items,
but yeah.
Because the expansion is a couple cards. But
couple. I mean, it's a few. That's a good sized deck that they add. A little pack.
Probably about 5 cards.
No.
I've opened it before. It has 5 cards.
5? There's extra stuff in there.
There's thick cards, though.
There's extra stuff in there, too.
There's a rule book.
Okay.
A little rule pamphlet.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Like the salt. But we're talking about the actual...
Salt's not cute.
Game. But yeah, we've talked about that a lot. So we'll just move on. But you can get it at nerds.me/seasalt.
Sea salt for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go.
Great. So, oh boy. Number 7, guys.
What are you doing with your hands?
I'm heating them up.
Is that a clue?
It sure is, because number 7 is Heat, the Heavy Rain expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, guys. How exciting. This game, oh my gosh, it gets my heart pumping. Especially when you're getting to the end of that last lap and you're like, what's going to happen?
And I don't want my car to blow up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rain. I love rain. I do. And so, I mean, you don't want rain in every game, right? You don't want rain in
rain, please. But we love it in the game world. So you can get that in this expansion when you go to nerds.me/rain.
Heat, rain. Heavy rain. That's right, it is.
Okay, let's go to number 6.
Okay, number 6 is Ark Nova Marine Worlds expansion. There's a lot of expansions on this.
That thing has been hanging on there.
It has. Ever since it's been pre-order, it's been on there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I feel like every time we restock it, it's gone.
Boom, gone.
Yeah, it goes quick.
So again, talked about a lot. Not much more to say about it other than it's at number 6 on the bestsellers list, and you can get it at nerds.me/marine.
You can also get the Zoo Map pack.
You can.
As well.
Zoo Map pack number 1.
Right.
Is the name of that expansion.
I'm surprised that that's not up there with it, because I feel like every time I've packed that Marine Worlds expansion, I'm always also putting in the
I don't know.
Zoo
I think everybody that, there probably a lot of people have it at this point, because that's been out for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bet.
My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, number 5. Ooh, it's the White Castle.
Hey.
What's it doing here?
It's the White Castle. Love the game.
Yes,
and we have a video on it.
Yeah, we do.
And that's why it's up here. It's because of our video.
Oh, okay. That's because of us.
White
we'll
Castle,
pat ourselves on the back here.
The sequel to Red Cathedral by DeVere. Great game, and I think it's going to be up here for a while. If you want to buy it, you can go to nerds.me/White Castle.
Number 4 is good old Mage Knight board game. I mean, Mage Knight, that's kind of an old title.
It is, and it's even an older thing because it's based off of miniatures kind of system called Mage Knight. And so you have Mage Knight, the board game, which has been around for a while. And now you have an expansion, which the excitement about this is that it's the first new content for it in a while.
That's why it's so high up on our list at number 4, the Apocalypse Dragon expansion.
Mm-hmm. And it's an early bird pre-order.
Hey, you're going to get extra special discounts on it.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We love to see that. So, of course, we need to tell you how to get that, and it's nerds.me/apocalypse.
Yes, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And you know what else we've already talked about? And I didn't even consider that it might be on this list, but it's already been mentioned. But number 3, the number 3 best-selling title in the board game category for last month was Unmatched Slings and Arrows.
Hey!
Which is the Shakespeare version of Unmatched.
God, that cover is so beautiful.
It's cool, and I love the creativity of the Shakespeare character, of whatever it is, of playing your cards in iambic pentameter to get like a boost. Are you aware of this?
I thought it was just a card
Okay.
that said iambic pentameter. I didn't know you play your cards in iambic pentameter. That's amazing.
Well, I mean, it's something like that.
That's really
It's some
cool.
very thematic way of executing, which for those that didn't have to take theater, that weren't theater majors like we were, iambic pentameter is the what do you call
meter.
it? The meter, there you go, of how Shakespeare wrote plays. And so there's a very, you may not realize it because I didn't until I was told, there's a very, steady rhythm of the way he wrote words.
Yeah.
So.
Da-dum, 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 da-dum.
Yeah.
That's how each line went. And I really like, though, that it's allowing Shakespeare to interact with his characters that he wrote.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Instead, he is a playable character in this game. That's really neat.
Yeah. I may have to get that one.
Okay. I won't hold it against you. Not this one. Thank you for talking to me about it ahead of time.
You're welcome.
And he's going to be checking that out at nerds.me/slings.
There it is.
Slings.
We got
Both ends.
2 more board games to talk about.
Okay.
All right.
Let's finish this up.
You take this one.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
This is Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. I don't know about this.
So imagine Gloomhaven, right?
Yeah,
You got-
I can see it very
you got
vividly.
this, right?
Yes.
Now imagine
What?
you can hold it like this.
Ain't no way.
There is way.
Okay.
And that is Buttons and Bugs. Literally, I've held it because I saw it at Gemma. It literally is like this big. It's almost like a double wide stick of butter.
What?
It's like how big. Maybe even smaller than that. I don't know what other. Like it's less wide than my phone is how small it is.
Okay.
And it's a solo game.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, I think it's got 20 missions you play through. One of the designers is Nikki Valens, who designed things like Mansions of Madness.
Love that.
Arkham Horror 3rd Edition,
Ooh, love
Quirky
it too.
Circuits. And so I'm excited about this. We played Jaws of the Lions. That was great. But this is just like, I can hold it in my hand.
Yes. Yeah, I like this. It's an amazing, tiny, epic Gloomhaven.
Yeah, basically. And it's $20 for the price point on that. I think right now it's currently out of stock, but you can even though it's a campaign, you can play through them again. Do better, whatever. So if you go to nerds.me/buttonbugs, nice nerds.me/buttonbugs, you can set a restock notification for whenever we get more of those available for pre-order. But this is another one I might have to find this month I'm not going to go to Whataburger to buy this kind of thing.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's
All right.
pretty fun. All right. I think it's pretty well anticipated. We all know the answer to this one.
Well, we are here at number 1, and the number 1 bestseller for the month of March was Wormspan. Wormspan.
Shocker.
Oh, look. Hey.
Oh, yeah. It's on our green screen.
I'm always backwards.
There it
we go.
is.
Yep, Wormspan. There's an unboxing. If you want to see what's inside that, you can go to our YouTube channel. You can see an unboxing of Wormspan.
# don't eat the eggs.
Don't eat the eggs. You can go to nerds.me/wormspan to get your copy. And again, for any of the games on this list that you're excited about or interested in, and if it happens to be out of stock at the moment that you're watching this, you can always set a restock notification, and that way you can be notified when we have more of that coming.
Exactly.
So cool. Great board game list.
Woo!
That's awesome. All right.
Yes.
And so now let's go on to the next category of bestsellers for the month of March, and that is TCGs, which, did you know, stands for Trading Card Games.
Wow. The more you know.
Is half the battle.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Close enough.
Cool. Well, at number 5, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! The 25th Anniversary Rarity Collection. Number 2,
Booster Box first. I love the title.
Man,
It's
a
great
catchy title. Just rolls off the tongue.
All right, but yeah, so this is a pre-order. Not quite out yet, but they did a collection 1
Yes.
and did really well. And they're like, hey, let's do another one because that did so well. So here we are. Any Yu-Gi-Oh players? Are you watching now and you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player? Let us know. We like to know who consumes what content and what you're interested in, just because we'd like to know who our viewers are.
And you can pick up your copy of this at nerds.me/rarity.
There you go.
Did you know there's a My Little Pony named Rarity?
I didn't know that, but I did know that nerds.me/rarity is much better than going to nerds.me/Yu-Gi-Oh 25th Anniversary Rarity Collection 2 Booster Box First Edition.
That's much easier to type in. Yeah.
Let's go on to number 4. Number 4, maybe you guessed. There are some guesses, but almost correct. But number 4 is Disney Lorcana TCG Ursula's Return booster box. This is the next set for Lorcana. This set looks cool. You know, of course, Ursula's back. She's returned because that's the name of the title.
From the depths.
Yeah, and you can like fight against her now with special
Yeah, there are locations and stuff.
occasions you go to. And so, yeah, this is going to be a cool set. I'm excited to open this one. And if you want to get your Ursula's Return, which is at a really great price right now.
Yeah.
You can do that at nerds.me/Ursula.
Great. Well, number 3, I think this is no surprise, maybe a little tiny surprise that it's not higher on the list, but this is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the Twilight Masquerade booster box.
Yeah. And, you know, you say you're surprised it's not higher on the list, and that's just because there are so many new games that are super duper crazy hot. Like, that's just a testament to how hot those are, that they're able to dethrone Pokemon, which for the longest time has been even Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, you know, they've been the big ones. And now these new games are like really driving up that hype.
I know. Yeah, it's surprising with how much of like we just had Temporal Forces come out, and now we've got this new Scarlet and Violet coming. Like that's, I figured it would be a little bit higher, but hey, it's still in the top 3. So I mean, it's nothing to shrug at. I mean, don't do it. Don't do it.
See what number.
You get your copy at nerds.me/Twilight.
There you go. All right. Let's go on to number 2. Speaking of, this is a newer, it's not the newest, but it's a newer game. Number 2 is One Piece, Wings of the Captain. Booster box, OP 06. Well, OP, it stands for One Piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am a little surprised to see One Piece up here. I mean, I do know One Piece is pretty popular, but it hasn't been like in that big top category as much as some of the others, for as far as I know. I mean, I'm no expert on this.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because they didn't make enough of it.
Oh. No shade.
Yeah. I'm just, that's the facts. You know, the demand has been there pretty much the whole time, at least that I've been aware of it. And it's just, you can't sell what you don't have.
True.
But yeah, I mean,
so now this is reflecting them going, oh, you mean you want this many?
Yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, this is the pre-order for this item, and not quite out released yet, but you can learn more about this item and get your pre-order in at nerds.me/OP6. OP6.
I bet you didn't guess that was going to be the link.
I didn't guess.
And number 1, can we get a drum roll? It's Star Wars Unlimited. This is the Spark of Rebellion booster box.
Spark of Rebellion.
There it is.
For a while, I was calling it Sparks, but there's just one.
It's just the one
It's just
spark.
one spark, yeah.
That's all it's needed because it's so defiant. Just that one spark is going to spark the whole rebellion.
There you go.
Yes.
But yeah, this one, like by far, this was number 1.
Yep.
Not even close. And I believe that I called this last month. I said, hey, Star Wars Unlimited is going to be number 1.
Let's give a moment here to see if there's a flashback.
And there it is.
You did
All
it.
right.
You did say it.
So
Maybe.
right now, I believe the quantity of these are gone. Like, I don't know about getting more of these because, again, as one of those, it's a new game.
It's so new. They still, they're trying to adjust those print runs.
Yeah, they did a good job, I think, initially having what they needed. But, who knows?
You never know where the hype is going to go with these.
So right, exactly. So, but you can go to nerds.me/SWU and set a restock notifications. Swoo. Also, again, anything else like One Piece or any of these, I think we still have Lorcana, but
Yes.
again, you please set restock notifications for all of these if you happen to go and they're out of stock. That way you know as soon as we get some in, that way you can go get your orders in. All right. 2 more categories for this video. We've got RPGs now.
Hey.
All right. So
Giving the
this
RPGs
time-
some love.
Yeah. This time we're doing like individual items, kind of like we did board games. You know, last time we did like systems, but this time we're going to show you what are the actual best-selling RPG items.
Okay.
So I'll start with number 5.
I'll let you start with number 5.
All right, number 5 is Pathfinder RPG 2nd Edition Monster Core.
Ooh.
That's what I've got. This is a Monster Core.
I don't know about that. So I have a question.
Yes.
Does anybody know? Does Pathfinder? I know that like some of the Dungeons and Dragons books like this, they do really cool alternate covers on them. Does Pathfinder do that very often?
I don't know. I will say that later on this list, we have one title that we combined the alternate cover with the regular cover.
Oh.
I don't believe this Monster Core, had an alternate cover. I'm sure everybody does it, right?
Okay. Cool.
Some board games have alternate covers. I have alternate covers sometimes. Anyway,
Right.
if you want to learn more about this item, you can go to nerds.me/monstercore.
There we go.
Yeah.
We did it at the same time.
Okay.
Number 4 is Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition RPG, the deck of many things. Oh my gosh. I think this is so cool. I love the artwork on this box, first of all. And this is this one that we're highlighting on number 4 is the alternate cover. I love this. It looks so cool. It looks like just a great conversation piece to have sitting out. Of course, and it's a deck of many things.
Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a book that explains in detail each of those cards that are in the deck of many things.
So it's not a deck itself.
I don't think so. This is to like explain what those are because you get them at random.
I see.
And
Well,
they can
let's
do
this.
some really horrible things to you. Look how pretty that is.
Within this box, you'll find the Book of Many Things, which illuminates the deck's mysteries. So yeah, mysteries. So yeah, you've got that on there.
Yeah. I just think that would be fun just to read through because it's just such a wild card. I mean, it's so crazy what these things can do to you of like just an insta-kill thing or like turning you inside out. I don't know. They can do weird things.
Yeah.
And I just think it'd be fun to just read
read
through
it,
there.
It's fun.
I might have to borrow it from somebody. So yeah, that one's number 4, the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, the deck of many things alternate cover, and you can get yours at nerds.me/many things.
Many things.
Yes.
These are a few of my many things.
Cute.
So speaking of reading, if you just want some D&D content just to read, you can check out number 3, which is The Making of Original Dungeons and Dragons from the years 1970 to 1977.
Interesting.
And this is an early bird pre-order, another early bird pre-order for the month of March. And here, it's just a history. This is the 50th year, the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons. And so this is a book that will explain the making
Maybe
of it.
kind of like a designer's diary a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Now, this is not a fictional book, right?
No,
'Cause
this
it's the
is like
story.
Gary
Yeah.
Gygax making the game.
Yeah, history of him, because he's not. Anyway, you get the idea.
He's history.
Yeah. I mean, everything we do is history, technically.
Maybe.
That was history.
Let's move on.
Nerds.me/DND50
Okay.
is where you can go to check that out.
DND 50.
DND50.
Okay. Number 2. I'm glad to see it. We've
Yeah.
got some serious dice. D&D Acerarax Treasure.
That's how you say that.
I bet it is. I bet I nailed it. Treasure pack dice sets.
Yeah.
I love custom dice. This is awesome.
Don't we all? So, yeah, it's a cool set of dice for D&D. And we normally will see books up here, but it's cool to see a set of dice on this
I think
bestsellers list.
And it's number 2.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's only one thing better than that.
And that is...
That's number one. But before we get there, you can get this, or you can check out this item at nerds.me/treasure pack.
Right.
All right, but yeah, number one. I think I did number one. No, you did number one last time. I'll do number one. This is another D&D item. This is Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition RPG, Vecna, Eve of Ruin. And this is what I was talking about, the combination of the alternate cover and regular cover. Same content, but just different cover, which I love that cover.
So which one is that? Do we know? Is this? That's the alt. Okay. It's nice.
Does he have a ring on it? Does Vecna have a ring on it? I don't think so.
Do they have a ring on it? It looks like it's just a jewel in the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the number one. There's early bird pre-order for that right now. You can check that out and get your copy at nerds.me/Vecna.
Man, D&D 50 years later, and it's still dominating our top 5
It's because of
RPG sales. Like
only because of Stranger Things.
Do you think, like, what's going on in Stranger Things, is it really just all a giant game of D&D because they just faced Vecna?
That's the fan theory.
I've heard.
All right. Well, let's move on to our final category of bestsellers, and that is minis, the category of miniatures.
Why'd you say it like
Miniatures. I don't know.
Miniatures.
And this is I would say this is an interesting list, to say the least.
Oh.
So I'll kick things off with number 5
Okay.
of the top-selling miniature items, and that is Star Wars Shatterpoint Clone Force 99 Squad Pack. Another pre-order item, and this is more miniatures to add to your game of Shatterpoint. You can create your squads with different characters. Of course, you take them, assemble them, paint them, make them look great, and then have your Shatterpoint battles.
Fun.
So yeah, that one is at nerds.me/clone99.
But then following that up, or not following up, I guess kind of technically preceding it, at number 4, we've got some more Star Wars Shatterpoint.
We do.
This is the Certified Guild Squad Pack.
Yeah. More Shatterpoint. And look, who's that on the box? That's Din.
You mean the Mandalorian?
Or Din.
I think it's the Mandalorian.
And he's got a little Grogu too.
You mean Baby Yoda?
I mean, whatever floats your boat.
I'm just going to do it to annoy everyone out there.
But anyway, just more Star Wars Shatterpoint. You can get that at nerds.me/squad. Another pre-order, early bird pre-order there. This is the way.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. We're more than halfway done. Not yet. Almost.
Since this is a list of 5.
Yeah, that's
right. So number 3, we're moving on from that Star Wars Shatterpoint. We're moving into Heroescape.
Wow.
Now, who would have known we would be coming back to Heroescape years and years later after it first came onto the scene? But it's so exciting to see it back, and here it is in our top 5 of minis.
This was an interesting one because there are a lot of people that remember it as a board game.
Yeah.
But it really is a miniatures game. And so we kind of we're talked about this, about like which category should fit in. But I think it probably falls, it could go in both. But I think for the sake of this list, we were going to go ahead and put it in the miniatures category.
Right. So this particular number 3 is the Heroescape Battle for the Wellspring Battle Box. This one is a pre-order.
Yeah.
You can get that at nerds.me/wellspring. And I can't remember, are these pre-assembled?
Yes.
Okay, yes, they're pre-assembled, so that's nice.
Yep.
I like to see that.
And then number 2 is Heroescape The Grove at not Lara's Edge, Lars Edge.
Lore.
Terrain expansion. So far we have a battle box, which is like a supplementary item. Then we have terrain.
Nice.
We haven't seen the main set yet, like just the master set.
Well, first, why don't you give them the link?
Nerds.me/lar.
There we
LAUR.
go. Hey, I've got a surprise for you.
I love surprises. What you got?
Number 1, Heroescape Age of Annihilation Master Set.
Oh.
What?
Amazing. Heroescape, again, coming back, and boom, already popular. Because of the nostalgia and also people feel like they missed out on that.
Yes. Because it's been talked about ever since it went away and they stopped making it. Like, it's been one of those, it's definitely a FOMO element, I think,
for
on
sure.
that.
For sure. But if you want to get this set and the pre-order it and the other pre-orders for this particular set, it's nerds.me/Heroescape. But of course, we've got the other things as well. So that was our list. That was the top sellers of March 2024. And by the way, we are filming this live on camera.
Yes.
On live stream, during our weekly live stream. So if you happen to be watching this and you want to experience the excitement in real time and join in on the chat conversation that's happening about everything that we're talking about here, don't miss out on our live streams every Thursday at 12 p.m. Central on YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for watching.